I'm not going to read it aloud to you.
Does anyone else want to read it?
Yeah.
Who would like to? Take turns. Take different points.
For the attention of Declan McGonigal, Director of NCAD, it has become evident that the administration's primary concern at present is the management of revenue rather than the education and welfare of its students. This shift in the college's ideology has left current students abandoned and alumni disillusioned at the value of their degrees and the future of contemporary art in Ireland. If you'd like to continue.
In light of the irresponsible actions and policy of the current management of this college, we demand the following changes be implemented immediately in order that our art and design education may meet its most basic requirements.
I'll go. The reckless recent increase in student numbers by 75% is impossible to justify without appropriate additional facilities for students and for the staff struggling to teach them. Either these resources must be provided or the number of prospective students must be decreased to meet the available resources.
Make the necessary provisions for the 2016 graduate exhibition, in which 2 years will be graduating simultaneously by increasing space, time and resource facilities for affected students. Evidence these plans to the students by the end of term.
Provide proof that the €100 studio and material levies are contributing to studio and material costs, or reverse the fee and reimburse affected students.
Reverse the sudden and underhanded inflation in the NAAW ADW fees from €2,850 to €3,900, causing 3 out of 7 students to drop out this year. Make no further increases to postgraduate fees.
Reverse the sudden and underhanded inflation. Reverse the appalling decision to introduce a fee for a college doctor and guarantee that college counselling and doctor service will always be available for free for students.
Set a concrete date for the reintroduction of the furnace to the glass department and demonstrate the feasibility of this.
Lisbon and enduring failure to provide an adequate MFA studio space, NCAD must source an appropriate place and commit to a long-term lease by the end of the current graduate agreement.
Relocate the Registrar's office out of the student space in 2A back to administration floor. I was present cause a section in the end for students and other magistrates, but also raised problems adequate spaces for the other exceptions.
Meet the wage and running costs of NCAD Students' Union punctually and on fixed pre-agreed budgets.
We, the student body of NCAD, will deliver these demands en masse to your office on Friday, 20th of March at 1 p.m. If these conditions are not met, we will escalate our campaign throughout and beyond the college.
Do you acknowledge the damage that this management has done to the education, welfare and financial situation of the people in this room?
I don't acknowledge that. And if you would take away the document, you'll see some of the responses to the specific points that are made in your petition. I think it is the subject of debate and discussion. This is not intended, clearly, to be a centre for debate. En masse presentation in the office. I'm very happy to receive your documents. Your opinions are very clear. And they will be responded to. I've given a first response, and you can take the document away if you want, but it'll be circulated anyway. It is a first response, and I acknowledge that there are certain things that will have to be improved in this context.
How much money a week do you save on charging students for the doctor? €300?
Sorry, I've just said I'm not having that sort of detailed debate with an en masse movement coming into the office. I'm quite prepared to sit down with the usual group of class reps, students' union, and have a detailed discussion about all the financial issues that the college face and our response to them, and why those responses are made, but I'm not actually engaging in the debate in this forum because you have not
because it's unfair on you because there's more of us than there are you and you're answerable to us.
No, you have articulated this event in a particular way which does not lead to a debate. This is not a debate. A debate is an exchange of views. This is not intended as an exchange of views.
We never intended this as a debate.
No, we're just looking for answers.
Well, sorry, but do you think there may be two opinions on any one topic, or do you think there's only one view that stands?
Yeah, there's two opinions. One, do not raise student numbers. Two, raise provision of resources for students. They're the two debates. That's the two sides of the debate. Which one will you pick?
Well, I'm refusing to simplify very complex issues.
You're calling it complex. It's very, very simple for us.
It's not simple
it's
at all.
It's very, very straightforward on our
The
end.
reality is not simple at all in terms of how the college
You don't know what the
is
reality
run.
is. The reality is what's going on the ground floor in the studios, and you're completely... We're here to tell you about that. You're at a very big distance from that, I think.
Well, then what I should do is I should have discussions in the studios with students and staff. We're not in studios now.
No.
No. This is a dramatic articulation of your concerns, which I accepted as such, but it is not a forum for the exchange of views in order. And I have to say what lies behind this should be the development of another kind of strategy about the future of the college. And other than a set of negatives, I'm not hearing that. So I think that's the debate we should be having. That's the discussion we should be having. And I'm happy to do it in the discipline areas because each area faces different challenges. And we have to do that. Happy to do that and work it out in that context. But this is not a forum for doing that.
We're not looking for a forum for debate. This is a forum for us to articulate to you our concerns.
That's right, and that's what I'm saying. Therefore, I'm not going to start playing a tennis ball match with you over specific points because you've described this event in a particular way and it's successful, and you're articulating that very strongly to me, and I'll respond.
We'd like a report on your progress in relation to all of these matters by Tuesday, and if not, we're going to escalate this protest.
Well, you have my document, which is a first response.
We'd like concrete evidence of what you're doing. We'd like a space for the 2016 degree show.
Like actual figures would be good. Like I've heard that everything you, especially when you go into the smaller meetings with smaller groups of reps, it's very vague and kind of gloss over a lot of things.
Well, we can have a detailed discussion.
First
of all, I don't agree with that characterization of our meetings with class reps. So I don't agree with that characterization. That's the first thing.
Is there any class reps here who could agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, Tuesday we'd really like to see some kind of evidence of your movement on these issues.
If we're talking in terms of separate studios, one thing we can all acknowledge is that the amount of people in the studio is largely overwhelming, seeing as the increasing numbers, so could we have an answer to that directly now? Seeing as that's not a studio problem, that's a mass problem that's affecting the entire college.
And really, we have all signed for each other because we all care about the welfare of each student in this college. So I think one person signing all of those demands shows that.
Yeah, no, I acknowledge the format, and what it means. I do mean it. But I'm not promising. We don't have a board at the moment. Some of these issues of necessity require discussion with the board. We don't have a board. That's one of the problems the college has regularly.
Whose responsibility is it to elect a board?
The minister.
Can you put pressure on the minister to hurry that up?
We've been talking to the department since September.
Have you got a board yet?
I have a first response here. I will give you another response on Tuesday.
We don't want a response, we want articulation of the steps that you're going to take to reverse these problems.
Well, all I'm saying to you now is that I'll give you a response on Tuesday.
Okay, well if we're not happy with it, then we're going to continue with this protest. We're going to meet in Red Square to plan the next protest.
I think we should allow each student to put on their cards there, so...
Are they still coming in?
Yeah.
Alright.